Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming perhaps the proudest granddaughter in the world tonight, Joyce Carwin, accepting on behalf of her grandmother, Dr. Joyce Yerwood.
Good evening. It is a tremendous honor for my son and I to be accepting this award on behalf of my grandmother, Dr. Joyce Yerwood. My son could not be here tonight because he is in college in Massachusetts, and it was best for him to do what he needs to do to focus on his education. But he is with me through technology via FaceTime. I want to say thank you to the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame, the nominating committee, and the consulting scholars. A special thank you goes to Liz Hall, who nominated my grandmother and made sure that her story was preserved and told along with the many other trailblazing women inducted into the hall. I must also give an extra special thank you to Anna Marie Allen Walker for all she has done and continues to do to support my everlasting mission of making sure my grandmother's legacy is never forgotten. I congratulate and am honored to share this evening with Jane Pauley and Rebecca Lobo, who are using their influence to advance awareness of health issues and to ensure more minorities will have the chance to be health professionals. Thank you to you both and congratulations. Dr. Joyce Yerwood was a pillar of her community, but first and foremost, to me, she was my grandmother. She was a very loving grandmother. I remember going to church with her every Sunday. I remember sitting in the kitchen with her, watching the Channel 4 news. I remember going to the pancake house with her taking me to Bloomingdale's to buy my church dresses. I also remember her love for her one and only son, my wonderful father, may he rest in peace, and her two beloved pets, a cat named Tika and a dog named Ty. As I grew older, I became aware of just how important she was to other people as well. She passed away when I was young, but I remember about 500 people at her funeral, with the procession going up from the church and past the Yerwood Center, the place she had built that was renamed in her honor. The Yerwood Center, which is a place my grandmother created to keep children off of the streets, serve the community needs, and provide a place for the African American residents to learn, have fun, and be encouraged, still stands as a testament to her desire to bring people together and to create a community environment. In doing so, she was not only helping people with their physical needs, but with their mental and spiritual needs as well. She knew the importance of good health and a good education, of good role models and opportunities to reach your potential. She was fierce and she was fearless. To paraphrase activist Dorothy Height, greatness is not measured by what a woman accomplishes, but by the opposition she has overcome to reach her goals. My grandmother did not the color of her skin or her gender stop her from reaching her goals. When she was discouraged from studying medicine in the 30s by even the very professors who were meant to teach her, she determined to push through in the obstacles and achieve great things. She decided to start a medical practice in 1935 when the ideal woman was praised for her housekeeping skills. She continued to face opposition and resistance, but she stood on the shoulders of those who had come before her and tirelessly pursued their dreams. Her influence didn't come from simply propping herself up, but through giving back to her community and helping others. In the 60s, when communities were struggling to desegregate, yet felt further pulled apart, she worked to bring people together while celebrating our diversity. One of the most important things my grandmother taught me was that hard work dedication, and a vision for your community can make the world a better place. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Everybody can be great because anybody can serve." You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. My grandmother served her family, her community, with grace and love. I am honored to be accepting this award on behalf of Dr. Joyce Yerwood, who saw medicine as a way to have her own career while at the same time serving others. She was a trailblazer for Black and other minority women who have followed her example and become physicians and allied health professionals. But we need more people to follow in her footsteps. Currently, only 2% of all physicians in the United States are Black women. We need to encourage our children's education and instill a love of learning in them. We need to provide young people with the resources and mentors who help guide young women to careers in STEM fields. We need more positive role models, and we need organizations like the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame to ensure those that we do have are not forgotten. We have to remember the past in order to build upon it. Thank you so very much for honoring my grandmother, but most importantly, thank you for remembering my grandmother and all that she represents. We are grateful to see her legacy preserved. Thank you.